Good morning and welcome to Gospel Bytes, where we take a bite at the gospel for the day. Today is Saturday, June 14th. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Glory to you, O Lord. This is taken from Matthew chapter 5, verses 33 to 37. Jesus said to his disciples, "You have heard the commandment imposed on your forefathers. Do not take a false oath. Rather, make good to the Lord all your pledges. What I tell you is, do not swear at all. Do not swear by heaven, it is God's throne, nor by the earth, it is his footstool, nor by Jerusalem, it is the city of the great king. Do not swear by your head. You cannot make a single hair white or black. Say yes when you mean yes, and no when you mean no. Anything beyond that is from the evil one." The Gospel of the Lord. Praise you, Lord Jesus Christ. All right, so Jesus today speaks about oaths or promises. So some people, when they hear this gospel, they say, "See, we should not even make promises or vows." So what happens to marriage? What happens to priesthood, religious life, where we take vows? Actually, Jesus was not just um, against vows; rather, he was talking about what lies beneath the vows. The reason why we take vows is because it kind of gives us the impression that um, we are uh, bound to tell the truth only when we say, "I promise, cross my heart and hope to die." No, so it's like, "May lightning strike me if I'm lying." So it's almost like that's the only time I can tell the truth, if I am bound by these punishments or curses that will happen to me if I don't. So Jesus is saying, well, you don't just have to tell the truth, you have to be honest. You have to be an honest person. So there's a difference between a person who tells the truth and a person who is honest. To a person who is honest, that is ingrained in his being, that I cannot tell a lie because I'm an honest person. A person may be saying the truth because, well, I'm forced or I'm afraid. There are many other reasons why I have to tell the truth, and not being that I am an honest person. No? So Jesus is more focusing on the kind of person you are, not just the things that we do. In other words, Jesus doesn't just want us to do good; He wants us to be good people. He wants us to be a good person, no? Not just do good. No? So there's a huge difference between doing good and being good. And this is what Jesus is saying. Don't bind yourself in vows. Rather, be honest so that whatever comes out of your mouth will always be true. I always kind of uh, correct or kind of call to call to mind people when they say, honestly, or to tell you the truth. And I ask them, why? Before you said that, you weren't telling the truth. Before you used the phrase, you weren't telling the truth. Huh? So Jesus is saying, no, in anything that you say, it has to be the truth. It's yes if it's yes, and no if it's no. So don't even think of lying. That you need to make a vow in order to tell the truth. No, we should be honest people, because Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Anything that is not truthful is not from God, and Satan is called the father of lies. So every time we lie, every time we break a promise, every time we say uh, opposite of what we, every time we do the opposite of what we said, we are doing the bidding of the devil. So breaking promises, lying, these are all part of the same sin, which is lying, sin against the truth. So the message is simple: be honest. Uh, That's what a Christian is. I'm Father Jerry Sembrano for another edition of Gospel Bites. God bless you. Have a nice day.